Hi everyone, it's Evangeline and welcome to the Saris MHS overview. This is a modular hitch system that mixes and matches different bases and components for different situations. We're going to take a look at the different features of those components, but I'll also explain how they all work together to make a more cohesive system. You'll see that all here at etrailer.com. I've worked with a lot of modular systems and they all have their perks and benefits for different types of people. So who is the Saris MHS for and who is it not for? Well, the MHS is probably going to be the most sturdy and solid of the different systems. You have a very strong base and the components are made of very strong materials. Now, because of that, it can get pretty bulky and pretty heavy. So this is not for a person that just wants a bike rack or just wants a hitch cargo carrier. You can easily find more affordable options for those, and those are going to be separate parts. This is also not for the person that has a smaller SUV and car. If you want to fully utilize the modularity of the system, it can get heavy very quickly. But if you want something that is reliable and you know is going to take care of whatever you're loading onto it, well, stick around. It all starts with the bases, and you have three different bases to choose from. You have the 1+1, and then the 2+1. If you really want to expand, you then have the 3+1. The numbers talk about how many slots they have for accessories. So each of the bases is going to have a slot. Here we have a single tray slot, and then all of them have the capability to get an add-on, which makes the +1 name. Your bases are all going to be solid platforms that have handles to adjust them. So you can tilt them away, bring them back up to drive position, and you can fold them up into two positions. Your angled position, and then your fold up position. They all have a stopper on the end. That way, when you do need to tilt them away, and if you don't have much clearance, this will protect you. The 1+1 is a special base because it's the only one with an 1¼ inch shank, which means that this will fit most of your cars and your smaller SUVs. So if you really like the MHS, but you're not planning on fully decking it out with all the accessories, you can go with the more compact 1+1. The 2+1 base and the 3+1 base are where it's at when you really want to jump into that modularity. So what does 2+1 and 3+1 mean? Well, they have 2 or 3 slots for trays. Trays are going to be the accessories that utilize these Saris collars. You can see them right here where they wrap around those different slots, creating that solid connection to your Saris base. Your options for trays are going to be the Duo bike tray, the Uno bike tray, and then the basket. Note, the basket is going to take up 2 of the slots, which means you can't use this on the 1+1, only on the 2 or the 3+1 base. The Duo tray is going to be your heavy-duty bike rack tray. This can have a weight capacity of up to 80 pounds for those heavy electric bikes. This holds on to your bike by the front and the rear wheel. We've compared this rack with other dual wheel mount racks and found this to be the most solid. The Uno tray is going to be your lighter, more compact, and slightly more affordable bike rack tray. It's still very versatile and can carry bikes of different shapes and sizes. This secures your bike by the front wheel, but also utilizes a rear wheel strap. So if you don't need to carry around extra heavy electric bikes, I would usually go with the Uno tray. The basket is going to be your MHS tray for when you want to carry around your cargo along with your bikes. Technically, this does have a weight capacity of over 200 pounds. Plus, this being an open basket means you can load this up over and around the basket with all types of cargo. But when it comes to weight capacity, you're actually more limited by your base and whatever else you're carrying with your base. Weight capacities is where it gets tricky with the MHS. I've never had to think more about the weight of my cargo, my bikes, and my hitch rating than I have had to do with the Saris Modular Hitch system. So fully loaded, all decked out, you have a weight capacity, but the individual tray capacities can change depending on where they are at on the base. For example, if you load this up as much as you can and you add that with the weight of the base, the 2+1 system can be as heavy as 250 pounds on your hitch. And then for the 3+1 base, this can get as heavy as 340 pounds weighing down on your hitch. So before you go any further, please double check your tongue weight rating of your hitch receiver of your vehicle. Finally, we have the add-ons, and these are going to mount differently compared to the tray. Your options for add-ons are going to be the Duo as well as the Uno add-on. And no matter which of those you choose, you are limited to a maximum weight capacity of 35 pounds. These secure into the end of your MHS base, and it takes 4 bolts to tighten down. They will sit a little higher compared to your other trays, but they do extend past towards where your handle is. A fun little thing I learned while working with these is if you have a bike rack tray and a bike rack add-on, you can actually remove their bases and mix them match so that they can sit on different positions on your rack. Those are the 3 most important things about the MHS: the bases, the trays, and the add-ons. Once you understand how those all work together, you can then look into them and then mix and match and figure out which one works best for you, your adventures, and your vehicle. Now, I have so many reviews and videos here at eTrailer where I delve deep into each one of those components and also explain the different kits and the different purposes for pairing one item with another. You can go ahead and check those all out here at etrailer.com. Just search Saris MHS and explore to your heart's content. Now, if you ask me though, my personal favorite kit is gonna be this one. I call it the solo adventure or the cycling kit because we have our cargo basket and we have our Uno add-on. This allows me to carry around a bunch of different cargo with the basket, plus I have easy access to the tray on the outside away from the basket. So if I needed to, I can take off the basket, load it up with some bike trays for when my friends and I want to go out for a ride. But when they don't want to hang out, I can go ahead and go on my own adventures and have everything I need right here. And that's just one example of how you can work with modular systems to make them work for you. Go ahead, mix and match, and find out what works best for you and your journeys. But remember, this was just an overview of the Saris MHS line. If you want to know more, then go ahead and check out our website, give us a call, or watch our videos explaining the different features and the different components. Now, this was a look at the Saris Modular Hitch System overview. My name is Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed the journey.